I wanted to do a little reading for you guys, just so you could have a little better understanding. I'm going to be reading a translated version of it by Seamus Henry, just so it makes it a little bit easier so you guys can get the language down a little bit better. Alright, so I'm going to start it up. So, Spear Danes in days gone by, and the kings who ruled them had courage and greatness. We have heard of those princes, heroic campaigns. There was a shield Jefferson, scourge of many tribes, a wrecker of mead benches, rampaging among foes. This terror of all troops had come far. A foundling to start with, he would flourish later on, and his powers waxed, and his worth was proved. In the end, each clan on the outlying coast beyond the Whale Road had to yield to him, and begin to pay tribute. That was one good king. Afterwards, a boy child was born to shield, a club in the yard, a comfort sent, by God to that nation. He knew that he had told the long times and troubles they'd come through without a leader, so the Lord of Life, the glorious Almighty, made this man renowned. Shield and fathered a famous son. Beowulf's name had known through the north, and a young prince must be prudent like that, giving freely while his father lives, so that afterwards in age, when fighting starts, steadfast companions will stand beside him and hold the line. Behavior that is admired is the path of power among people everywhere. Shield was still thriving. When his time came and he crossed over into the Lord's keeping, his warrior band did what he bade them. When he laid down the law among the Danes, they shouldered him out to the sea's flood, the chief they revered who had long ruled them. A ring-holed prow rode in the harbor, ice-clad, outbound, a craft for the prince. They stretched their beloved lord in his boat, laid out by the mast, amidships, the great ring-giver, far-fetched treasures well piled upon him, and precious gear. I never heard before a ship so well furbished, with battle tackle, baited weapons, and coats of mail. The mast treasure was loaded on top of him. It would travel far, on out into ocean's sway. They decked his body no less bountifully with offerings men than those who first ones did, who cast him away when he was a child, and launched him alone out over the waves. And they set a gold standard up, high above his head, and let him drift, to wind and tide bewailing him, and mourning their loss. No man could tell, no wise man in the hall, weathered veteran, knows for certain who salvaged that load. Then it fell to Beau to keep the forts. He was well regarded and ruled the Danes. For a long time after that his father took leave of his life on earth, and then his heir, the great half-Dane, held sway. For as long as he lived, their elder and warlord, he was the 4 times a father. This fighter prince, one by one, entered the world. Hergoar, Hergorath, and the good Halga, and a daughter, I have heard, who was O'Neill's queen. A balm in bed, to battle scarred sweet. I'm going to end there for this section of the video. We'll pick up with another one later on that I'll post later.